Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rabbit Trails podcast tonight, where the energy may be a little lacking tonight. Therefore, we all have Super Bowl hangovers. The Super Bowl did not go the way we planned, so we're just going to take it easy. I am here in the studio once again with my co-host, Chris.
Okay.
And my producer, Jordan,
Hello.
the Ginger Warrior.
Hello.
It's a beautiful night. How you doing, guys?
I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Since we are on this very smooth and ASMR-like podcast
it's
now.
very
serene.
very hypnotic.
I feel like I have been... This podcast has been brought down to my level, finally.
Yeah, and we were finally vibing at a level that Chris can relate with.
This is where I should be at 24/7.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a lovely par 4. With a little bit of green right past the sand trap. In a Whispering Pines in Augusta, Georgia.
Yeah.
CBS, you know what you need.
Yeah.
And NBC,
You need us.
Yeah.
you need us.
So welcome into the show.
Just let us call one hole. It doesn't have to be every hole, just one hole.
Right.
Especially after learning
Just a
that golf
quick
players
Hole
make
6
so much.
or 9, either one will work.
Right.
After learning they make so much, I'm just really more motivated now.
I am very
to get into
motivated.
the sport of hitting balls around.
Hitting balls in the holes.
Yes. Is this what Aaron Rodgers experiences every day? Just complete serenity.
Would you lock yourself in a dark hole for 4 days? Did you hear about that, Chris?
I did hear about that.
That's impressive.
That sounds very
I was
terrifying.
thinking it was 3 days. Is it 4 days?
That's 4.
Wow. So I know that
54 hours or something.
I know you have to adjust your eyes when you come back out of.
Yeah, they would have to like
4
slowly
days.
bring you up
Yes.
to the. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More or less than when the surrounding people see Jordan take his shirt off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the ratio looking like? No, it's
I had an experience like that this past weekend.
You took your shirt off in front of a mom?
Yes.
Did she scream?
What? I took my shirt off in front of my wife.
Oh. So that
I don't like
technically
where this dull tone
that
can lead us to.
technically-
Let's not.
means you have a dad bod.
I do have a very, 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 very successful dad bod. Been working on it for years. Yes, thank you.
Yes. Very well.
No, I was laying in bed Sunday morning. It was a beautiful morning. Crisp. Sun was shining. Birds were singing if they weren't froze to death.
Yes.
And it was just a beautiful morning. I lay there and get this little tug on the shoulder, and my wife's like, "It's time to get up, sweetie. It's time to get ready, go to church.
It's
It's time to
12:30.
worship the Lord.
The Lord.
The Lord. It's time to worship the Lord." And I'm like, "You know what, baby? You're right. It's time to get up." So I rolled over, opened my eyes, and you could see the sun peeking through behind the blackout blinds. And I was like, "You know what? It looks like a beautiful day." And my color started to come to my face, and my eyes started to open wide. And just like that, my wife ripped open the curtains. I was blinded. Not even kidding you. And I cannot describe to you the pain and anger that I had to stomach all at once. Like it actually, in the movies, you like see people frolicking around, and like when they get blinded by the light when somebody rips the curtain open, I was like that, but worse. I was like flopping all over the bed.
Yeah. Flounder.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, now that we've
Yeah.
reached real levels here.
Yeah. Welcome into the podcast.
Yes, welcome into the podcast. I'm going to resume exactly what you said there. Can we talk about people who open curtains? Because let's not do that, people, at all, ever. I am in a room, thankfully, where there's a skylight that does not get covered, and there's another window, which means not at the moment.
Oh,
Randall.
no,
Sorry,
okay.
I sleep in a room that has a
Like,
skylight.
we're about 4 stories
Yeah.
down. That'd be a heck of a skylight.
Oh,
It's a chimney.
That's a chimney. Santa!
Has anyone invented like natural light in a basement outside of like those little windows that go
they're
at the
called
top of your
manholes.
basement? Okay, well, whatever. All I'm saying is I don't experience that because every time I wake up, as soon as the sun comes over, cresting over the hillside, my room is lit
Yeah.
up like no other.
Do you have blackout blinds?
I do not.
Dude, blackout
So-
blinds
I do.
are blackout
I do.
blinds are amazing. I never had them as a kid growing up, so when the sun was up, you're up.
I
right?
love them to death, but it's scary because you lose all track of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had it already where I've woken up.
Waken.
It was awaken, thank you.
There you go.
And 8 o'clock maybe
Yeah. Evening, AM, PM.
a.m.
Okay.
So 8 o'clock, got up and looked over to the side at my clock, not realizing that's what time it was. My internal clock was telling me that, But with it being completely dark, I just totally figured, it's still probably 5 or 4 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock.
It's not though, is it?
Not even a bit, because there was zero light. So after that, I learned my lesson. Always keep the blackout blinds about an inch or two from the very bottom.
Yeah.
Just get a little bit of light.
You got to be able to judge it.
So the subconscious knows.
Yeah.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. I was in Florida one time, had blackout blinds, and I overslept every day on that vacation.
It's so nice though. On the vacation though,
I didn't enjoy it because I've actually come to not enjoy sleeping in on vacation.
What?
And by sleeping in, I mean I usually wake up anywhere from 6 to 8. But me sleeping in, if I get past 9, that's sleeping in anymore. 9:30.
Guys on a vacation that sleeps, gets up early and goes for a 6-mile jog, and then comes home and makes everyone breakfast.
Have I done that? Not the breakfast part, but have I done that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it every day? Absolutely not. Sometimes it's a nice morning jog.
That's admitting psychopath tendencies.
That's very psychotic.
That is not psycho.
Yeah.
That's not psychotic. No, the thing is, your days just last longer if you don't sleep in so late.
Well, that is true, but
you wake up and you're 3-4 hours, and all of a sudden you're only now it's lunchtime instead of waking up at lunchtime.
That's exactly why a vacation minimum should be 2 weeks.
I agree, but I feel like a week out of that 2 weeks should be sleeping till you just don't feel like sleeping
just
anymore.
To recover.
Yeah, you got to. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so you need to recharge just to blow it all the next week.
Yeah, I feel like if you slept in got up early every day on vacation, it would just feel you still feel tired.
Okay. Also, I'm not setting an alarm to wake up. That's psychotic. Yeah. But I will naturally wake up and it'll be 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I'm you know what? I could sleep in longer, but I'm I might as well get up and just, enjoy the morning.
Let's all be honest here. The big thing is not going to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, that's the biggest thing.
Do you stay up late, though?
No, see, I do. I'm too old for that,
Always.
man. I'm too old for that. I don't even enjoy staying up that late anymore.
2 o'clock hits, I'm I should probably start thinking about going to bed.
Right, probably thinking about bedding down.
But it's not like that any other time. I'm always usually try to be sleeping by 11:30.
There will definitely be nights where I'm up late. That just happens. But if I can help it, after 12 o'clock hits, I'm what am I doing? I could be in bed sleeping, which means I wouldn't have to sleep into ungodly hours in the morning.
Yeah,
so
true.
Yeah. Good grief. You know what, fans, let us know. We'll put a poll out this week. What's the nice vacation sleep amount you need to enjoy a vacation?
6 or 16 hours.
16 hours?
That's a broad gap right there. That's 2/3 of your day.
Yeah.
That was incredible math, by the way. It's exactly 2/3 of your day.
It is incredible. Give or take a minute. Yeah. Huh.
You just need just a little bit of time to get up and eat, watch a quick show, and back to sleep.
That's all you do on vacation? Get up?
That's really about it.
Get up, graze.
And we always have
watch a
a
show,
house
go back to bed.
Our house always has a pool.
Oh, you go
go for
take a bath in the pool?
Take a bath in the pool?
No. I wasn't trying to answer that, but no, there's definitely lots of shower.
Some people do, while they're on vacation, they go to the beach, and then they just, jump in the pool, and then they're oh, I don't need a shower. I beg to differ.
Those are also psychotic tendencies.
Yeah, very harmful thought process, that is.
I would up the chlorine dosage, but yeah. It's,
Have you ever gone skinny dipping, Randall?
It is a beautiful day today.
Would it be now that he's going to be a father? Would it be dad body?
Dad body. Bobbering.
That's a poor term to relate to skinny dipping.
Back to your other question, I plead the fifth.
So no simple yes or no.
Yeah, I mean, it's a gray area.
Okay. Because technically, I mean,
the sky gets gray when you go dipping.
Yeah.
Does it count if you are in the water, about lose what you're wearing? You do lose it for a second. You get
there's that one time where wakeboarding, or never been wakeboarding, but or you're doing something and all of a sudden you lose clothes unwillingly. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah. How is that the best?
Oh man, you're just
tubing, you get ripped off the tube, and your drawers go fly.
You just get back on the boat, and you're just sorry, I got no excuse here.
Sorry about it.
Nothing to see.
Nothing to see. Hey, I am never going boating with you.
Yo, you talk about this stuff though brings up stories, because when I was just in Honduras 2 weeks ago,
here we go.
I packed my old swimming trunks that I haven't worn in a while.
In a minute?
Okay, in a while. And good grief. My good friend Freddie, he's a friend of the show. Shout out Freddie.
Hey, Freddie.
We went swimming at a local, I don't know, it's like a
Watering
local
hole?
spring. Yeah, watering hole. And it's like, you pay to get in there and you go swimming and that sort of thing.
Is it nice?
So yeah, it's actually very nice. It's spring water. It's very nice.
Then it's not
Yeah.
a watering hole.
No.
Never mind. Disregard.
Okay, no watering hole. Then.
Bathing hole.
Bathing hole.
It's a spring hole.
So we get there, and I just put these things on. I just put my trunks on for the first time in a while. I just threw them in my backpack when I was leaving. I was like, yeah, these will be fine. And I put them on, and I'm like, oh boy. Because you know that feeling right away where you're like, we're working with a lot of extra space here. Okay?
Oh.
I was
Wait.
like,
Were you?
They were
you,
too large for you?
very much so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever had that problem in their entire life?
I've never had that problem.
I used to be, for my...
I've always got to like stand on the one end and like stretch the heck out of it.
Sheesh. No, like if you count from now to like 3-4 years ago, there's a big difference in like my body shape for
Yeah.
sure. So like my clothes don't
You
fit
look
me.
chubby.
I was a chunk, yeah. So I'm
How
like,
did you lose that weight?
diet's mainly exercise.
CBD.
Playing basketball.
CBDMD.
Okay.
Shout out.
So I put these trunks on and I'm like, we are in trouble. Okay.
Did you invite
There-
a friend?
There was not enough. Invite a friend in there to help fill them out.
There's a lot of,
Dwayne, get in here.
Like a +1?
it's a very gender neutral place to swim as well. So it's, it's not just like the boys are, in a private, place out back.
Or if something happens, oh boy, well.
Yeah. Okay. And I put these things on, and what I realized is, like the string on all trunks.
Yeah.
But the I don't even know how to describe it, but I could not tie it tight enough. I tied it as tight as I possibly could, and they were still too big. So at that point, I was like, yeah, we have a problem here. But I was like, I have nothing else to wear. I wore sweats to the place. So I'm like, I'm either going, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just like, I'm either wearing those or I'm wearing my trunks, and I'm not wearing pants to go swimming.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I'm just going to keep a firm grip on my, firm grip of cloth in my left hand, and we'll go wading with the other hand.
It's like riding a bull.
Yeah. After we step in the water, man, we get out towards the middle, and this is a spring coming from. It's like on the edge of like a small hill, that sort of thing. So
what's the undercurrent like?
there is okay. So it rained the day you and there was a nice juicy current going on.
Ooh.
And it wasn't like, some vicious current, but it was like, like you swim against it and you don't really go anywhere.
Oh, wow.
Like it's that kind of current.
Nice.
So like if you stand, you can like feel it and you have to compensate.
It
So
inflates your trunks.
and it obviously gets worse the closer you get to like where the falls, like where it's coming out of, where it's all pushing you.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I'll make it a long story short. Didn't have any slip ups. Actually, technically I did, but I didn't. Because,
Nobody's there to witness it.
making some adjustments underwater, like pulling them up.
yeah.
And at one point, all of a sudden, a good gush of water just
Oh.
hit the right spot. But they didn't get
Good gosh, that was a gush.
What the heck?
You have
But
a fish down there that goes over the waterfalls just because it saw what it
Oh,
saw.
a fish could have swam right through my trunks. But I didn't have any slip ups. You okay, Randall?
I'm buzzing.
I didn't have any problems then, after all. We did end up going right up to like where the falls were, like this little, and it was
Did you fall
very strong
off
current.
the falls?
Oh, Randall. It was very slippery, so we almost slipped off the falls. But
Wow.
went and sat up there and then let the current push us back to where we jumped in, and no harm, no foul. But boy, did we get close. So,
Potentially a lot of foul.
yeah, it's not very comfortable swimming in something where you're like, you need 2 hands to swim.
Oh, yeah.
You should see me trying to swim with one arm against that current, holding onto my trunks in the other arm. And I mean like a fistful of my trunks too. Like this was a handful of cloth.
So what I'm hearing is the next time you go on vacation, you'll be trying your swim trunks on before you pack them.
No, I didn't throw those away, but those go to the bottom of the pile. I have others that I know fit.
For when you fill back out.
No, you never know. You may bulk up here
That's
soon.
what I'm saying. I might get a little chunk fest
You may
again
get
at
a
some
booty
point.
again.
Exactly. And I'm going on vacation soon, so it's like, as of recording,
might
I'll be
need
on
those
vacation.
when you get back.
So yeah, I mean, shoot, you put on weight on vacation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You do? You don't say.
I've never put on weight on vacation.
I have every time.
It's because you eat Pop-Tarts and sit around and watch NASCAR.
NASCAR. That is the thing with
Yeah,
you guys.
bro. It
You
always
guys send
every
me
time we
snaps
go.
all the time. All you do is watch. Well, to be fair, you guys always vacation late. There's no football anymore.
Nope.
It's
No
a
baseball. There is
slugfest.
some basketball. No, but All-Star break's usually on.
It's always over the All-Star
And
break
that's-
as
Yeah,
well.
and so there's no
Boring
basketball. So literally all there is just
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
The Daytona 500.
Let's go. You guys should go to it.
We thought about it.
I would rather not
would
waste
actually-
my time.
Yeah. They
I
said,
hang out
honestly,
with all the rednecks.
I had a friend that actually
I
went.
bet swimming trunks would be optional there.
It'd probably be better than the last Super Bowl. Seriously.
Yeah, true. But I had friends actually. I don't know if it was the Daytona, but it was a NASCAR race, like a legit NASCAR,
Nice.
one of the big ones. And they said it is incredibly like rough, and like everybody is incredibly hammered,
Oh yeah.
and it's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
not
Well,
family
if
friendly.
you think
yeah.
about it, there's not a lot going on.
yeah,
You got to do something.
yeah.
Hey,
Gotta have
Johnny, you
one
gotta
beer.
Yeah, you got to make that turn up there to the left.
And keep turning left.
After that, you'll have another left.
You go around that left corner and you go straight to the left.
GPS recalculating. There's really not a lot going on at those events, so bunch of rednecks drinking beer is really about where it's at.
Yeah, but so it might not be the best place to go, but I still think it would be just do it once, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be fun. I think it would be fun.
Maybe for the experience. That's about it.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I don't know how much tickets cost.
Who do we got this year, boys? I got Danny Hamlin.
I got Jeff Gordon.
Same thing. Danny. Really? What's the difference?
I got Jeff Gordon. He's a beast.
Jeff Gordon. My runner-up is Kyle Busch, the junior.
Does
Second.
Jeff Gordon even drive anymore? I mean, well, I know he's probably still driving somewhere, but does he like do NASCAR?
Kyle Busch.
Chase
still drives,
Elliott.
that's all
I
know.
know.
Chase Elliott.
Yeah,
Come on,
big
son.
Chase Elliott guy.
Come on, son. Do you know
who
what
was
he
the guy-
looks like?
Who was the guy that was on Duck Dynasty?
Oh
He's
my
retired.
goodness.
Is he retired?
retired.
What's his name?
We're gonna get
It
it.
was Clint Boyer.
Clint
Clint
Boyer.
Boyer. Yeah.
That's a
Big Clint
throwback.
Boyer
Well,
fan.
since Danica Patrick retired, there's really no
Your
reason.
That was
heart's
so
really out of
many
it.
years ago.
No reason to
Like,
watch.
yeah.
That was so long ago.
What was it? It was always weird because Danica Patrick, and then what was her car sponsor? It was GoDaddy. Yeah, her car was like on the side said GoDaddy.
Yeah, every time I thought,
Oh my
weird.
every time I
goodness.
thought of Chris being like, "Oh, Daddy."
Hey yo.
No.
When have I ever said that?
Yeah, all the time on the show.
I don't say it a lot.
You've said it before.
I do
You've
say it.
definitely
Yeah.
said
Every
said,
now
"Oh,
and then.
Daddy." It's "Oh, Danny."
It's a statement. It's a statement of third person entitlement.
what?
It's like I'm
You
acting.
are the third person here, so you're entitled. Is that what you're saying?
We're all the third person here, technically. Well, you were the first person in the studio,
True.
so I actually was the third person
Yeah.
here because I had to leave and get something for Jordan.
My number one is Austin Dillon,
Austin
He'll probably take it
Dillon.
off. according to this quick Google.
I don't think, just a little piece of life advice, I don't think you can ever go wrong with having a friend that, like, if you're trying to pick a friend, just find a friend named Austin. I don't think you can ever go wrong.
I'm
Am I
trying to
right?
think if I know any bad Austins.
I actually, right now, I'm thinking about it. I had 3 Austins on my bachelor trip.
You did.
And they
I have a
were
lot of Austin
1,
friends.
2, and 3.
Austin 1, 2, and 3.
I just had.
Married Austin, big Austin, little Austin. No, I think Austins are just pretty solid people. I can't think of a bad Austin.
My latest Google search is now worst people named Austin.
Oh, worst people. What did they come up with?
There's not even like a list. It's just like ratings and impressions for the name Austin.
Solid 3.
That's so lame.
Yeah.
76% say it's a good name.
I'm thinking about it right now. I know a lot of Austins.
88% say it's a masculine name. Every
Ooh,
Austin I know
huh.
is at least 3 times stronger than I am.
Not 3 times stronger than me. I'm pretty strong, but
Not
I do
than
know
you,
one
but-
Austin. He probably bench press this whole desk. if he
Yeah,
wanted
probably
to.
could.
Yeah.
Is he The Rock?
He probably
He is
asked us
the
to
Rock.
jump on top of it as well.
He's like the pocket-sized version of Rock.
Pocket-sized version of the Rock.
Fun sized.
Fun size. Ooh.
All right, I'm going to stop looking at race car drivers here.
Yeah, you need to. Well, it was an interesting week since we last released. Randall, tell us about your life.
I don't want to.
Jordan, tell us about your life.
Never been better.
Christopher, tell us about my life.
I don't want to hear about your life, Chris.
I just want to hear
Your
about
life
yours.
is always good.
Oh, I honestly did not think that was going in such a nice place, but
Yeah. Nobody likes to hear about a goody two-shoe. Why are you staring me down?
Your life is like a paid promotion.
Did that offend you?
I was trying to think of like the naughtiest thing I could say, but I just couldn't do it.
See?
I just freaking love you so much.
Christopher's life is like listening to a paid promotion.
Oh.
It's always good. There's some side effects, and you can't skip it until after 8 seconds.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's true.
8 seconds. That's nothing to be ashamed of.
It's an average amount of time before you can skip something.
That is. Normally it's 5 on YouTube. But
YouTube is terrible.
Oh, YouTube ads.
Then they get greedy. They're like, skip now, and then it goes to what?
That happened in our church one time.
Oh, that's fun.
I think it was our church. No, it was somewhere else. Guy was playing a clip
Through the screens?
through the screens. Commercial. No, it was. It's just bam, YouTube commercial right in the middle of it.
Oh, man.
Just ruined it.
Do you or a friend have psoriatic arthritis? Side effects may include dizzy, nausea. Yeah. But this product is great for only $19.99 a month.
And it's the one where you can't skip in 5, 4. It's just like ad will end in 15 seconds.
Well, that's
horrible.
That's what they do. They're like, and some of the new ones, they're genius. They give you this false hope. They say skip in 8 seconds.
And the commercial is 8 seconds long.
The commercial is 8 seconds long. And then it's like, oh, great. Well, we're to the end of it. But there's a second one. Commercial.
Yeah, they get you every time.
Oh, my
YouTube's
goodness.
a hoax. YouTube used to be good.
And they're good, too, because they put the commercials right during an exciting part.
Right?
It's like,
I watched like...
and so the winner of $1 million is... Shop Menards.
That's a thing, though.
Frustrating.
Ever since creators have been like allowed to decide where their ads go, especially on YouTube, I noticed different people doing it right before even a small build up in any video. Boom, ad.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Oh, and then even after the credits, after the part that no one gives a flying blank
But
about.
those are the commercials you get paid for. People watch those.
Because what's crazy is you're usually listening to those. If you're in the YouTube hole, you're already looking for your next video on the side, or you're just scrolling down through. But meanwhile, the ad's still playing and it's going into your ear holes. So they got you. Anyway,
Anyway, you turn.
Yeah. You know, if you're listening to the end of the show and you happen to hear an ad, I honestly say stick it out. For like no reason at all.
Just this once.
Just do it.
and if you liked it, tell a friend.
Yeah.
If not, just act like it never happened.
Oh, no, you don't need to tell the ad to anyone. That don't matter. It's not why it's there.
I actually met a fan this weekend. A couple fans.
Tell us about it.
Yeah. I actually met the mom of a very only... the mom on the show.
What?
The mom of the one and only Derek. I met her this weekend for the first time in person.
Oh, is that your friend that can
great.
eat endless amounts of sushi and beef and seafood? And
I actually talked to him about it this weekend. He was actually... He's like, yeah. Also, he was kind of offended that we called him out as a serial killer. He sent me a snap the next day, and it was just like a picture of his eyeballs. And he's like, "You're next." I knew it. I freaking knew it.
While you're on that, your brother tried. He sent me a snap. He's like, "I am borderline offended that you think that I would be a serial killer." And I didn't even know this, but then below he was like, "Just because I have a list of people who I'd first want to kill if I could on my phone."
He does.
Yeah,
I promise you he does.
I'm like, what?
My brother is a psychotic human. That's so bad.
That's funny because I believe
though.
the question was, do you know someone that exerts psychotic tendencies or something along that?
Yeah.
And literally, Chris and I looked at each other at the exact same time. It's got to be Trent.
It's
gotta be.
Anybody, it would be Trent.
Tell us about your experience this past weekend, though.
So you met a soccer mom.
What?
Is that soccer mom?
Volleyball mom.
Oh, volleyball.
Volleyball player mom. No, this weekend was good. Met a few fans. It was fine. They are really funny. Met Derek's mom and dad. They're
Shout out
funny,
Derek's mom.
funny humans.
Shout out Derek.
That's where Derek gets it from.
I think he gets his coolness from his mom. His humor probably
And stomach. From his dad.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it,
But so I've never met him, but I've heard that he's thin as a rail. How is that possible?
he's not super thin.
He's not? Okay.
Yeah, he is thin.
Well, which one?
Depends how many cookies he ate that day.
Yeah, he's pretty thin. He would have like my body type when I get older, except he's way stronger.
Maybe he could wear your trunks.
I don't know about that, dude. I'm serious. Maybe these trunks were like my normal size, but when I was younger, I stretched the living daylights out of them.
Probably stepped on one side and pulled on the other.
Yeah, I mean, hey, who knows? It's a tactic. That's an age-old tactic.
What would you do, scenario-wise? What would you do if you were in that said river, that swimming hole, and a good gusto of water came by and washed your trunks away? What would you do? What would be the go-to plan?
You want my honest answer or like a funny answer?
I want your honest answer. But
honest answer, I'm getting close. Well, okay. The awkward part in this part, I shouldn't have stopped my wording there. I'm getting close. Well, the awkward thing is,
I'm getting real close.
No, the only thing that would be really, it's just an added element to it is the fact that no one knows English. So I mean, this isn't Honduras. So everyone knows Spanish, and I do have a friend who can speak Spanish more so than I can by a long shot. It's my boy Freddie. So what I would do in an honest situation would be get as close as I could to the bank and just tell him, you know what, bro, go give me a towel.
You know what? Don't ask questions. Just give me a towel.
And if you see anybody looking, make just
a distraction.
No, I mean, or yeah, there's 3 of us there. You know, my friend Dwayne was there too, so I could tell him, go to the other end, scream, make a few Indian noise, some of that. As soon as they look away, all I need is 2 seconds. Get out of that water, towel me. You know what?
Done.
I'm safe.
Done.
That's my honest answer.
Yeah. Poor Freddy's caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
Hold the towel.
Because I had to do so much thinking about, like, what if this did happen.
Did you actually plan out your escape route?
In my mind, I did. 100%.
You have to, though, at that point.
Because it was, like, more of a serious thing when I got in the water. When you're standing there, you're like, okay, these aren't going to fall off my hips. It's like it's not that loose.
You hope.
But I was like, when I'm in water, this is going to get serious. So I thought about it a lot more when I was swimming. I was like, what if this does happen? This could be a problem.
Freddy's the type of guy, though, he would be, like, distracting people. He'd be like, hey, guys, look over here. And then he would be, as you jump out of the water, he would be like, streaker.
Totally betray you.
Oh, yeah. He would.
That would be his MO.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would blind many Hondurans that day.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Wouldn't be fun.
Be like a white flash through the sky.
Speaking of white flashes through the sky, there's more UFOs in the neighborhood.
Yeah, people keep sending me... I don't know, like over a dozen people over the last week send me clips of us sending a balloon into China, and it's the Budweiser balloon.
Oh,
and Chick-fil-A.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
So thanks to all you people. Yeah.
Ours is a spy balloon, though.
Go ahead and do that. Just drop heavenly chicken from the balloon or something.
Oh, we trying to wait, what's the word for it? Convert them?
We could.
We could, or we could just drop beer on them.
Could do that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was, I think there was a Chick-fil-A. There was a Budweiser.
What?
And there was also a Coors Light balloon.
I'm sorry, Jordan, but he just looks so strung out. You're like talking, he's like looking at you, he's like...
Yeah.
It's all that weed, or...
I did have kind of a high nod to me right then.
You did have a very, very high smile about your face right then.
Well, can I be honest? Like, my mindset right there, we just got done talking about my thing. And while I said about my scenario that Randall asked me, and shut up. And Randall over there, and I just asked Randall, and I was like, what would you do in that situation? Although it got brushed over, so it's like, it's fine. And then I'm there, and I'm just like thinking about what you would do. And then you guys are talking about something, and I'm like, so zoned in on what Randall would do if he was in that situation.
What would I do in that situation?
Oh, bro, you would just...
You'd still be there.
Yeah.
I'd probably still be there.
I mean, guys, it's easy. Wait for nightfall.
Yeah, I think that's a safe play.
Even white objects.
If you're there by yourself, I think that's the only play.
Oh, right. I could. Yeah.
Security comes around. Hey, it's time to get out.
Or you look around, size up another fellow that's similar size. Pants him.
Shark.
Take this.
You could yell shark.
Oh my goodness.
Take it.
Wait, no. Then everyone's on the land.
There's no sharks in freshwater.
Dude, there wasn't even.
Is there freshwater sharks?
There wasn't. The only life in that water was us.
There was so much bacteria in that water, you cannot even say. Like, don't argue me.
I don't know about that. It's fresh water.
I don't think so.
Like, you could drink it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we drank. I drank a little bit.
It's not where you're thinking.
Oh.
Yeah, it's probably not what you're thinking of initially right now. Yeah,
Is it-
there's
is
a
it
local
the
canal
falls
that
place?
goes through.
No, not the. You want to die? You go swim in the canal. At least that's what I heard.
I've done it before. It's fine. I mean,
Oh,
it's
in
not
the
great,
canal
but-
they wash clothes, so you can swim upstream and get some clothes.
Oh, that's true.
Swim with Dawn, the soap.
I could have been one of those little birdies they rescued. Those little chicks they rescued, pamper and stuff.
That is your dream to
You ever
rescue
seen
a little
that
chick.
ad, Jordan?
No.
There's a Dawn ad where they go, these wildlife rescuers go and find a duck or like a bunch of flocks of ducks and little hens and stuff, and they rescue them. And then their ad is that they clean them off so nicely with Dawn soap.
I've never seen that.
Randall, what were you gonna say?
Being the Super Bowl just recently passed, did anybody else think that the commercials were just like not as good as they used to be?
They haven't been good for years.
Yeah, like when I first
There was
started
only
watching
two. There was only two that made me laugh. And
the
one,
Ram one.
The Ram.
You can't deny that Ram one.
The
was a
Ram
banger.
was hilarious. Like the innuendos were priceless.
Yes,
They were.
That was my kind of humor. But they just don't have the same. Like the Doritos one was just so
The
lame.
Doritos was
The Doritos
horrible.
The Doritos you always used to be able to count on a good one.
Yeah.
Doritos. Did the Budweiser didn't have a commercial.
No.
Budweiser's was always a good one.
That was actually a commercial where I think it was Bud Light and
they did the Caddyshack
Well, yeah,
reference.
there was
Yeah,
a-
with Tony
there-
Romo.
Well, no, there was two beers that were fighting each other.
Oh,
Or flipping tables
Yeah,
and all kinds
yeah.
of stuff.
I must
And
have
then
been refilling my
It was
plate when
Miller
that
Lite.
happened.
I think it was Miller Lite and Coors Light. And then at one point I was like, well, what is it? Because it almost looked like the two beers were merging in the commercial.
Jordan said at
Like they were-
mid commercial, he's like, it's like a dual commercial.
Yeah, like they're making one.
Ultra light.
And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, because there was like the beers were like fighting each other, and
Yeah.
then at the very end it said, "It's a Bud Light commercial," or no, it's a Coors Light commercial, it's a Miller Lite commercial. It was like back and forth.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, a can of the very last second of the ad, a can of Blue Moon popped up and said, "Oh no, it's a Blue Moon commercial." Blue Moon. Then it left. Like it was.
Oh,
the
I
most
didn't see
random-
that one.
Random thing. Yeah, I actually thought it was pretty good. All things
Oh.
considered. But yeah, commercials. They're just
The
dead.
most goated commercial. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I think it was
Skittles?
last year. No. Last year or 2 years ago. Remember the old DVD sign that they used to bounce from corner to corner on the
Yes.
screen?
Yes.
A
it would need to
company
line
did
up.
that and just did a QR code and did that and then just like blanked out. You guys remember that commercial?
I do.
Although
I do. Tubi.
Tobu.
I don't know how to say it.
Tubo?
Tubu,
yeah.
their commercial where it's like think they switched channels. Did that get
Yes.
anybody?
It was genius.
That was clutch.
For
Brandon.
a split second, it got me.
My
Yes,
brother
our
Brandon.
brother Brandon.
My brother Brandon right away got hyped up. He's like, "Who's sitting on the remote?"
He right away looked at Jordan. He's like, Jordan, what'd you do?
Didn't have it. I was because I knew this was coming. I did.
There's always one a
There's
year.
always
It's
one.
like-
Back in, I think it was 2018
There was
or
a
something.
cable.
There was a Chevy commercial that was absolutely unmatched. It was perfect. It was like if you have satellite TV, it was like all of a sudden it just glitched out a little bit and made the exact sound and everything. Screen went completely blank.
Yes.
And then it was just dark for a second. And then everyone was like I was up because we had friends over. And it was just long enough that I literally got up and I was like,
I was
"Oh
at
my
your
God."
house. I was at your house,
Yeah.
and you everybody got up and like, what the heck happened?
Panicking.
And then all of a sudden, it was like an internet or like a cable commercial. It's
No,
like,
I think it was a GM commercial because it said, "Don't be left stranded in the dark."
Oh,
GM,
yeah, yeah,
Find your
something.
roads or something.
it was funny, but
Unbelievable.
so like
Very good.
I just felt like there was nothing besides the Ram commercial.
Yeah.
For me, it's just there was nothing that like
And of all people, Ram had that commercial.
I love. Rams always had good commercials.
Well, I know they have so they have that. They more have like their commercials usually feature quite a bit of heart, like some cowboy in the backcountry,
Yeah,
pouring rain, absolutely soaked,
like me
drenched.
every day.
Yeah, mud just pouring into the truck in
Work.
the backfield, 400 miles from home, tanks on
This
E.
time it was complete
And
opposite.
the cowboy jumps out of his truck and rescues a little calf, throws it in the back and warms it up and heads home.
Dude, you should really write commercials.
But yeah, this is I can write commercials. It would be on the banned list.
The amount of times I was sitting there like, what were these group of individuals thinking when
Right.
this idea came together?
I could come up with something way better.
Well, if you think about the fact that they spend millions and millions of dollars on these ad spots, it wasn't the whole point of Super Bowl commercials like to be funny. Like
That was actually cool. I saw Prime had a commercial. Did you see the Prime commercial?
Absolutely.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
KSI was there
Wonder what that cost. So
flexing the 6-pack. Probably like a month's revenue of Prime.
Yeah, probably.
Honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just very disappointing. Not to mention the halftime show, and it's none of that has been good for you.
Didn't watch the halftime show.
Can we just all agree the last good halftime show was Coldplay? Like that was the last halftime show I watched and was like
Coldplay or Bruno Mars. I really love.
Actually, Bruno Mars was
Mars was really good.
Maroon 5.
Who are they with? Mark.
Ooh, I don't remember the Maroon 5 one.
Yeah,
Who was Bruno 5? Bruno 5.
Bruno 5.
Who was Bruno 5 with? No, who was Bruno
Mars.
Mars with? It was Mark Brunson, and there was one other. There was one lady. I forget what the lady was.
I don't know.
Wasn't it Beyonce?
No, Coldplay was with Beyonce. I think.
No, I'm pretty sure Bruno Mars was with Beyonce.
I'm gonna find out right now because I know exactly which Super Bowl Coldplay
Hardy
was part of.
for the next.
Ooh, or
Yes.
Morgan. Why country guys always usually sing the national anthem or
Right.
American
Give 'em a
Beautiful or
little
something?
piece of
They
the
give a little piece of it. Why don't country ever headline?
Because it's not as
Do
popular.
you imagine Blake Shout out there? Oh
Yeah, I don't know how that would go.
no, let's. But you can't tell me. Yeah, Hardy would be a good one.
Because he would be
Morgan
right in the middle.
Wallen. Oh, Morgan Wallen.
Morgan might be a little soft for that, but Hardy would. I think he'd light it up. But yeah. They really should. I mean, I'm very curious. I guess I should look over at the last 10, 15 years what the different genres have been. But I would say it's probably all trended in the pop, rock direction.
Pop.
Direction.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Maybe there was some rap in there.
Yeah, last year was not about it. The rap.
This is awkward.
What?
Coldplay was the main. Bruno Mars followed them, and Beyonce was all there at the same time. I thought it was
Hey, it was a banger. It was a banger. That's right.
Yeah.
And also, this year they didn't have any cameos.
No,
Rihanna was just a hog.
Rihanna.
It was all about me and my baby bump.
Yeah.
Did anybody else know that she was pregnant? I knew that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't
she came
either.
out oh, it's a big baby reveal. I knew that.
I also don't.
Epic gender. Well, I guess
I also
not.
don't pride myself on caring about people like Rihanna. Honestly,
She had some good music back in the day. She did.
her best song is
I
still her
was
feature
so.
with.
I heard
Calvin
people.
Harris.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but people are losing their mind because supposedly she didn't sing SOS, which I think is her best song. But
See, this is how much I know her. Don't even know that song.
yeah, well,
You would if you listened to it.
I probably.
although the opening line, I have my money.
Oh, I thought she did sing that.
no, she did.
She did. But see,
That's not SOS.
the part
Oh,
of
see, I didn't know. I thought.
part of why I can't get into
That was the song she opened with. I was saying.
Okay.
I can't get into the whole halftime show because they start singing a song and 15 seconds in they change to the next song.
Yeah.
It's like frick, sing the dang song.
Yeah.
I want to have the.
Well, obviously they're not going to sing like a 3-minute
I
song
get that,
in a
but-
15-minute performance.
I get that, but some of them songs are like.
Justin Timberlake was the worst, I think.
yeah,
ever
it's just
in my
back and
history.
forth. It's like, well, hang on, what are we like? Oh, I love this song. Oh, now on to the next song, just like that.
In my time of
Katy
watching,
Perry was really good.
oh Randall,
No,
got the
oh Randall. Who else has done it? Because we could make a list of ever since I've started.
am a
Oh, he's still going.
champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. That is, I can do way better.
If you get one more chance.
You're gonna hear me roar. That's way better.
Wow.
you have to
No,
do the.
don't. No, you're not. Get your hand off that little button.
I did not like Justin Timberlake's. I also, who was Shakira, hers was terrible.
The Weeknd.
The Weekend was not good at all. It made you want to
No, I
jump off a cliff.
for the weekend.
Unbelievable how bad that was.
Maroon 5 was in 2019. I liked it.
Maroon 5 was average. They were not bad at all.
He didn't keep his shirt on though. That was kind of disappointing.
Did you mean he kept his shirt on?
No, he should have kept it on.
Oh, okay. I mean, everyone likes a little shirtless Adam every now and then.
20. Yeah, he's not the same. 2017 there was Lady Gaga.
I feel like his tattoos did not age well.
Coldplay. Adam Levine's.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Like
his
I'm
tattoos.
okay
are
with
just-
tats, but like
Jeez,
he went a little far.
get a hobby.
Well, they just
Okay,
they
I
just
have a
didn't
question
age well
then.
on his
I have
body.
a question.
For some
If
reason.
you were going to not have somebody sing, what would be a good halftime show? Besides singing or something, what would be a good halftime show? What else could capture an entire audience and
See,
just
Have a class about how bring all the referees out and teach them how to do their job at the 50-yard line.
No,
yes, it'd be entertainment for everyone because then the fans could have live reactions.
I think you should have a comedian.
But what if they called a great name up or great game up until then?
Like bring Tim Hawkins out at halftime. It'd be hilarious.
No.
Oh, you got about 3% of laughing in there.
Yeah.
Tim Hawkins is kind of dry.
Okay, Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I'm down for Kevin Hart.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Hey, Fluffy.
Yeah, there you go.
Bring Fluffy
Jim
out.
Gaffigan.
All of them. Just have all of them out there.
Dang.
Now there is a lot better things that they could do for us.
Yo, they should have
halftime.
a 15-minute comedian set.
Gold
with,
City or something out there. Southern Gospel.
like 15-minute
Yeah,
That's never going to happen.
So in a 15-minute set, have 15 different comedians. Whoever gets the most laughs gets to...
Whoever gets the biggest pop.
Whoever gets the biggest pop?
Yeah, the pop is what they call it in the business. Like the laugh.
Really?
The pop, yeah.
Dang.
Yep.
I feel like you teach me something new every episode.
Yep. It's called the pop of the business.
That's
But whoever gets
showbiz.
what are they doing?
Shoots for real. That shoots serious.
Whoever gets the biggest laugh gets, I don't know, something. Other than money. Money's lame. They get to be a part of the second half of the game.
Yeah.
So while I didn't necessarily like the halftime show and the dancers that were with Rihanna,
Did you see the one about fall off?
yeah, that was kind of funny. That was
Or
kind
the
of
one
funny.
who looked like a dog.
And while
They
they're
weren't dogs.
shaking everything that they have, while it's kind of obnoxious,
Yeah.
I gotta say, like, props to them for how long they were in those suits. Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, because it was very warm there.
It was
Can you
Arizona.
imagine?
They danced for like 15 straight minutes.
Yeah, can you imagine? That'd
Imagine
have to
the
be
cardio.
crazy hot. Be like in a hockey, like a hockey goalie's.
Nah, it wasn't. It was just fluff.
I'm sure they weren't designed to some thick material, crazy looking.
That was not a Carhartt jacket they're dancing in. That was some cheap
Yeah.
North Face crap.
Yeah, what? North Face is cheap?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know.
I don't know. No, North Face is actually pretty good. Carhartt's just good.
Everyone I know that wears North Face is cheap,
What?
but it's not cheap. It's
So what do you wear?
not North Face.
Okay, what do you wear then?
Just depends what I'm wearing.
You wear Depends?
Yeah, that was the smoothest joke it has been said in a while. That was amazing. Oh my
There's
goodness.
your 2024 Super Bowl halftime performer.
I was just like nibbling. Bam, got him. Like,
I walked right into that one. Literally. No. Not at all.
not yet.
Not yet.
He's still living out that like 15, 20 years in between.
Yeah. The good life.
What are you at, like year 8 by now? 9?
Yeah.
No.
Getting to the middle.
Yeah.
That was good, though. I'll give you that one.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, to the Super Bowl thing though, I feel like most of the props and all that stuff that are used are just kind of dead anymore too. Like the last time I remember being wowed by the action going on outside the singer was Coldplay again when they were singing Adventure of a Lifetime. Like the things that were happening on the field outside of the singer was like so eye capturing. It was way cooler than anything that happens anymore. Or like, bro, Snoop Dogg and Eminem's halftime was so lame. Like it was so lame. And whoever else it was like 50 Cent or I don't know.
They had a lot of people.
Yeah.
Cooler than J-Lo
Eminem.
hanging off of a stripper pole? Get my sarcasm?
Who's J-Lo?
Jennifer Lopez.
Who's Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah, exactly.
I watched a clip today. It was a Family Guy clip.
Oh my goodness.
And it was like they did one of their cutaways. And it was like Peter, his first day being a firefighter. And they're like sleeping upstairs and the fire alarm goes off. And like firefighter down the pole. And he jumps on and goes up. He goes, wham, crashing to the ceiling. And then he's like, oh, sorry, first date. Like, like he didn't look. Like this just insinuating that he didn't know how to.
Oh my goodness gracious!
It was like the cleanest thing ever. I was like, he's like, I'm sorry, first day, still learning how.
He made a hole in the ceiling.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it just crashed the ceiling.
Dude.
Family Guy's undefeated.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, let's not talk about Family Guy anymore, though.
No, it just the fire pole made me think of it.
You gotta
Dude,
think-
is fire poles still a thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Are they?
Yes.
In like firehouses?
Yes. I believe our local station has one.
Really?
Promise.
That's
Yeah,
so cool.
if you drive past it during the day, their doors are open and you can see it in the back left corner.
Because I'm trying to think, like the one firehouse I've been in a couple firehouses. I haven't seen them.
More like a ranch firehouse, single story.
Yeah, ranch style. We build like more of a ranch style firehouse.
If you had the choice between a
But like the firefighters have to run up a ladder, go down the fire pole before they're allowed to get in the truck. It's like an initiation process every time.
First time.
I'm sorry, first time. And they grease the pool.
I did watch a reel one time. A guy was just cooking. He was a firefighter. And he was making, I'm sure what, probably was some amazing food, but his hands were wet. He had just got finished washing some dishes. Ran over to the fire pole to slide down.
Oh,
And I'm not sure if he had grease on his hands or what, but
yeah.
he wasn't going very slow, that's for sure. And he was coming down, not up.
I always remember like those pools like on the playground at kids. Why don't they have those anymore, by the way? Like playgrounds have gotten so boring, by the way. It's
because
kids.
they've gotten
Anyway,
safe.
I know.
Lame.
So, like, we used to have 40-foot steel
Listen
slides
here. Yes.
that like with no sides on them, and literally you climb this rickety ladder.
Yep.
And it's literally concrete and gravel below you, and you slide down this steel slide. And just
Third-degree
like,
burns.
Yeah,
Yep.
and the slide itself, normally you would overlap the aluminum
Oh yeah, there's like a bump
going
there.
down.
100%.
So you would start from the bottom and overlap your aluminum going
Yep.
up. Is how it should be done, so that when you
No.
slide, you're not catching on anything. But no,
Just send it.
It was opposite. So you would always snag your pants on something on the way down.
Yeah.
And by the time you got to the bottom, if you were in shorts, it smelled like burning rubber.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Bro, your entire back looked
Hot,
like standing seam metal
Hot
at the end
flesh
of
burning at
incredible.
140 degrees.
Just smells awful.
Yeah.
But I always remember the fun playgrounds would have like a little miniature, 6-foot-long
Little fire
fire
pole.
pole. Yeah. And I remember
Right
as a
off
little
the
kid-
monkey bars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Perfect. You've been there too.
Yeah. Time or two.
Time or two. And
I
like
always went up, though.
I was always the fat. I could never do the monkey bars. I was always too fat.
Those are tough.
Yeah. I would always, but I was like big enough so I'd like reach out to like the second or third, like second one, and then like swing out and put my other arm on the third one. So like I just hang there for a minute, like, look guys, I'm kind of doing it, and then like just drop down. I literally could never do monkey bars.
Yeah.
If all these kids are out there just swinging around like monkeys, so I was always climb on top of them. I would like climb on top of the monkey bars. Anyway, but then the fire poles. But I was like slide down for like 5 feet. I'm like, I'm a firefighter. Yeah. I like fly down and like my hands are literally like blistered
Yeah.
doing it twice. I'm like,
Yes.
how do firefighters do this?
Yeah. You need to be very aware of what is in the sun and what is in the shade. Because
Yeah.
that made a big difference.
Yeah, playground equipment always had that certain odor to it as well.
Yeah, sort of like
Smells of rubber
and like rotting, decaying flesh.
yes,
And like
kinda
burning
like that.
diapers.
Yeah, kinda.
Like a light burning
like-
diaper
It
smell.
had the burning,
and
and like in the distance, you had the faint screams of children.
yeah.
And it always was like that. Yeah.
man, what I would do to go back.
I actually like. I think we've talked about it before. But I would love to play on playgrounds again, but it's just like culturally not okay.
Like if they see you out there, it's like, yeah, we got to call 911.
Yeah, somebody call 911.
I agree with you though, man.
What's your favorite? If you could pick one thing in your house from a playground, what would it be? And don't say slide. That's so like.
Say what?
Although like I was always jealous of Wooten slide. Like
Oh,
if I could have
shut
a
up,
slide in my
Nancy.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
said what did you say?
What's your question though?
What's your if you could have one thing from like a playground in your house? Like what would it be? Like would you have?
Oh, a
five-
rock
what-
climbing wall, bro.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's actually I completely overlooked that. Yeah.
Absolutely. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Just like if you had one part of your wall where like you can see the upstairs and there's like a balcony or whatever.
Yeah.
Like those walls are always higher because it extends all the way up. It's a big cathedral place.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at 13, 14, 15 feet somewhere in there. Yeah. Bro, put a rock climbing wall on there.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Like that'd be so sick. That's such a cool thing and such a great way to break the ice with visitors,
Yeah.
To visit our house, Gotta climb the wall. Go ring the bell, baby.
What would you do, Jordan?
Telescope.
I already got one of those. So, okay.
Telescope.
Can look out at Elon Musk's sky. See all the
Elon
stars.
Musk
his
sky?
sky?
Oh, it's the Lord's sky.
Well,
To be fair-
it's also shared by Elon Musk.
It's like very much so developed by Elon Musk. Right?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Trying to be
The
developed.
Lord laid the like the groundwork and the prep.
he was a footprint.
I think I would just have a massive swing. Like, I love, guys, like, I'm not even kidding you. I love to swing. Like, Adventures in Odyssey, when Wit is out swinging on the playset, like, that's going to be incredible. Like, I love swings. They're so,
Bro,
you
take the
think-
grandkids out, man.
I just had
Come
a
on.
picture of your future house. Well, I guess your house
Oh.
now, but just a big board off the side with a swing on the top of it.
Oh, 100%.
But like a big one. Are you talking like a big one? Or
No, I'm talking
any
like
kind?
like 3/4 inch log chain
Oh,
type
okay.
swing. Like you and 3 of your buddies could be on the swing and like swinging 40 feet back and forth. Think about putting one in our barn. That'd be so fun.
Interesting.
Swing back and forth.
You do you.
Yeah, I once broke a swing, about died.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. Did I not tell you about that?
No.
Yeah. We built a swing set in our backyard, and I was helped Dad do it, and it was for the grandkids, of course. And
So just recently?
that's a few years ago. I think it was actually it was a COVID project. Actually, shout out to
okay.
COVID
Uncle
and
COVID. Yeah.
Uncle COVID, and we built it. And we got the hooks and put them up in through like lags, but we put them down through. It was like a 6x6, and we actually bought the swings from I forget who. Anyway, and so we're like, we built it. And we're like, jumped on them, and I'm just ripping back and forth. And this is a pretty good swing set. Like, I'm just ripping it. Thank goodness it was on the backswing, but the backswing also heard this pop. I launched me about 12 feet up in a pine tree. I'm not
Oh
even
my
kidding you.
goodness.
I'm not even kidding you. It hucked me into a pine tree, and I fell down through the branches and underneath the pine tree. And I was just laying back there. It was hilarious. Everybody
Angry
thought
Birds.
it was hilarious. Oh, 100%, yeah.
Swings were always a problem though. They either had that like hard wooden seat, or they were like curved too tight, and then when you
And they
sat
would
in,
pinch.
the sides of your hips.
thighs.
That's the word I'm looking for. Your hips, thighs.
Yeah.
They were just getting
And it would go
wrecked.
numb.
Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah.
That ended my slide adventures.
Did you ever slide?
Swing
Or not
adventures.
swing, excuse me. So swing and then flip off.
100%. Or jump off.
Or jump off and flip.
Well, yeah, do a little back guy.
I tried flipping once and about broke my neck.
And
So I
the swing.
figured, you know what? I'm just gonna be more of the guys who can go for height, but I would never just stop and get off a swing. You always jump off,
Right.
100%. That how else do you
You're
dismount to swing?
psychotic. Sometimes though, after a long
People that
swing,
slow down
After a long swing.
after
and-
a long
and
swing,
just, like,
sometimes you get tired.
gently step off of a swing set, they're the kind that enjoy going to nursing home.
Well, no,
but sometimes
no.
though, after a long swing, you're tired.
That's why you just jump off.
But that takes a lot of energy.
No.
Yeah, but what about scraping your ground in the mulch? Giving a good dig in and then slowing yourself.
Oh, there's always that
We would do that.
one kid that dragged their feet and have a trench underneath them.
Yeah, until you get to the tarp.
Yeah.
that's what you'd get to.
You would stop your swing and then jump down off of it, and you'd fall into this crater from
You
the previous.
sprain your ankle.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, help me get out of my hole.
We would do that though at this old playground we would go to as kids. We would get swinging as fast as we possibly could, and then it was all bark mulch at the very bottom.
Yeah.
And just like a hockey player on ice, cutting an edge and just spraying.
It wasn't
ice all
like
over
the
place.
good bark mulch either. That was it was 4 to 6 inch pieces of just ragged timber. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was just ragged timber, or it was pea gravel, which is just
Yes.
that much worse. So,
Absolutely.
dude,
Dang.
we survived war zones,
World War, yeah.
literally Hacksaw Ridge out
Yeah,
there.
kids today will have absolutely no clue what we had
No.
to go through.
Yeah, not
in
even a
order
little
for their
bit.
safety and protection.
They don't leave their living room or iPad.
Heck, now they put helmets on these kids to go play on a swing set.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
kids,
You need to experience some pain.
The other thing we had back in
take
the day
your helmet
was,
off, get some concussions. It's good for you.
So we had the other thing we had. I don't know what it was called, but it was like this horizontal hamster wheel that everyone would stand on, and you'd spin people around as fast as you could.
Wasn't it a miniature merry-go-round?
Yeah, no, but
it's essentially like that.
Yeah, and
the
then
word is escaping me.
Yeah, then the big boys from the youth group would come out and spin like a sub bucket. You like,
Exactly.
You think you're gonna die?
Exactly. And
Yeah.
so it would literally give you stage 3 concussions. But I mean, that
Like
was
the
just
blood would just go to one side of your
and then you would get jump off of this thing and see how far you could make it to a certain end of the playground. And he was
making
like
about 7 feet.
literally watching a boozed up child just drunk
it was
as
the
a
best
skunk.
thing
He
ever.
couldn't make it 3 feet.
Oh, it's so fun.
They're known as a carousel or a roundabout.
A roundabout.
Okay, yeah. Then the other thing we
too.
had was one of my favorite things was like a what is it? Where one person sits on each end is like a saw.
Oh, seesaw.
Seesaw.
Yeah, and then the other massive person that was on the other end of it would get off and just send you
I
flying.
never found
No.
anyone to match me.
Not send you flying. You're up high. They get off. You drop like a brick.
Exactly. No, you would.
That was the douchiest move.
You would crush your tailbone, but then after you hit the ground so hard, you'd actually spring back up in the air.
You would
this
actually
is
like
so
bounce
serious.
back up.
Yeah,
Good grief.
Oh, good time.
What a great time recollecting, man.
but we all
need to.
lived.
Oh, and we're better here because of it.
Yeah, we are.
I know what we need to put on the gram, man. I want to get people's intake
Your
on what.
favorite playground?
Equipment.
Yeah. No, hey, let's spice it up. What playground item would you put in your house?
Yeah.
See how creative you can get, folks. Let us know.
I really like the climbing wall. That was a good one.
Thank you, bro.
What about the mesh? There was also a mesh wall.
Nope, terrible.
No.
You got stuck in that thing. This is terrible. You got your head between like the
Yeah.
ropes.
At the end of the day, there's just a leg hanging up there.
Well, yeah, you get those kids that like go upside down on it, trying to act all cool. Hey, girls, look at me. I can let my blood rush to my head and faint.
There was a lot of flirting done on playgrounds
Yeah.
back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever could hit the girls the hardest.
With
Or
the
like-
pebble.
Yeah, like throw
I'm
stones
gonna
at
launch
them.
this rock.
Yeah.
She'll know the true value of my affection.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like that is... Well, I just feel like if we keep talking, we're not going to accomplish much else tonight. Yeah. So, what did you learn today, Jordan?
That was a quick transition.
Yeah, I'm very good at transitions.
I learned that Jim Nance might not have a job after we call the Augusta
Yeah, probably not.
at the Masters.
Hey,
That's
Because-
goals.
That's okay.
After we get finished up with this lovely par 4,
Yeah, powerful.
just past the green.
Changing accents for it.
Oh,
Well, we should finish the way we started.
Yeah, we truly missed our calling, not calling golf.
We started a podcast instead. We should have started announcing golf.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You live and you learn. That's for sure.
He looks to chip up on the green from this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Randall, what'd you learn today?
Oh, we're still going with the voice.
Yeah, we're still keeping the voice. I learned that one that I really love to swing. I actually miss swinging. What'd you learn today, Chris?
Okay.
What's so funny?
I don't know how to follow that up, but okay.
I love swinging.
Okay. Good to
Swinging back and forth.
know. I'll teach you a little
back
life
and
lesson
forth.
after this, Randall.
What? I love swinging.
I know.
What'd you learn today, Chris?
I learned that your brain is still like you were on the playground and never left.
My brain.
And that's what makes you
Randall.
best. Yep.
Thanks, man.
Well, that does it for episode 79.
Well, that about wraps this up. Is it 79?
I didn't mean to say 79. I'm going to say 88. But 79
I saw
came
what you were
out.
going for.
So episode 79. No, next week is 89. Then all of a sudden, guys, 90s are on the corner. We're 10 away from 100.
Are we going to hit 100?
We're going to hit 100 someday. Yeah, we're willing. That's the plan.
When you go
But until
extinct,
then, if Randall stops singing.
and you make a stink.
Okay. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to episode.
Is that what you do while you're swinging?
Oh,
Sing?
wow.
Yes, I
Imagine
do.
not getting cut off during my outro.
Oh, you were talking.
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you for listening to this episode, everyone.
We love you so much.
Yes, and if you do appreciate what we do here on the show, leave us a 5-star review. It's always is much appreciated. Thank you so
I don't
much
care
for
if
that.
you don't appreciate us. Do it anyway.
Yeah, slide into the DMs. Let us know what stood out to you in today's episode and what you thought was funny and what you didn't. I
if
don't
you
know.
didn't like
just
it, just shut
communicate with
up.
us. We love hearing from our listeners. Is the bottom line.
Oh, yeah,
So,
we love you.
anyways, take care, everyone. Have a great week. We will be back here next week with episode 89. Until then, we love you much.
So long.
See ya.